Hi, I have a tape I'd like to play. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. I'm Jiggly. I haircut, whatever. This is a second channel. It doesn't matter. I this is recording this early in the morning because I didn't feel comfortable with writing with doing any sort of like real soccer analysis last night after the news out of Querétaro. But at least this morning, I'm going to be doing a recap on the first Fire home game of the season. I went. My first major, my first major thing to say about that game is that I feel bad for anybody who wasn't able to go because you had to actually watch the game instead of just hang out with people next to a game that was happening. That was an incredibly boring game from what I saw, and from what I heard, everybody else pretty much thought so. It is a scoreless draw. I'll get into it. I didn't see too much. I saw a few interesting things that I will mention, but I didn't take notes this time because I didn't have I didn't have a computer in front of me the entire time like I did for away games. So we're just gonna go in. I should probably bring my notebook again, like I used to do for when I was actually covering the team. But yeah, we can go into this right now. I have the telestrator set up. I just want to look at the lineup here first. So we have the same exact lineup as last week, which is concerning a bit for me. You can see Pedro Galesi for Orlando City over there. It's concerning for me that it's the same exact lineup as last week, when last week wasn't really that good. It was okay. I mean, the defense did well. I don't know what you can say about these guys up front. The six guys up front, I'm not so certain if they're the right guys that you want to have up there. But we have them up there, so I guess we have them up there. Shabishko, you know what? I don't know of any other player who we can put up there. We could put Duran up there, but we paid so much money for Shabishko. We did pay a lot for Duran too, but Duran is a young prospect, and Shabishko is supposed to be the proven goal scorer in MLS, and he is not that. And Amsberg starting again. I'm still concerned about that, but if is Duran even on the bench? Duran's not even on the bench, so if Duran's still injured, then obviously I'll take Wyatt up back there. I need to sneeze. It didn't happen. Just like the Fire scoring. Didn't happen. So, we got Sekulic out wide, Navarro out wide. I still think that I'm not fully convinced by Navarro. He made a lot of turnovers in this game that were not good. It is not a good thing that your defenders are turning the ball over constantly. For some reason, Who Scored gives Gaston man of the match, and I greatly disagree, and you're going to see why, because we're going to see the exact replay that I saw, and I'm going to point everything out to you. But I think Amsberg should have gotten man of the match. I think he played so well. And, Wyatt is just a guy who does his job. And I feel like we should respect that. He does his job. He gets it done. I don't want him starting anytime soon. Once Turan comes back, I want him starting. Hell, I mean, Fede Navarro comes back, I'd push Pineda back into defense and put Fede in the midfield. Or, just take out Gaston. But, yeah, I mean, I like Amsberg. He is the prototypical backup center back in MLS, and he does his job. That is the important thing. He does his job, and I'm going to keep saying that. Ivanov and Herbers on the wings. Ivanov finally had a game that Who Scored says that is exactly how he played. Did not play well. He did not play well last week because he didn't finish. And honestly, I'd rather see Duran starting over him. If we're not going to have Duran as a target striker, I'd rather have him up on that wing. Herbers, I don't know, take him or leave him, I guess. The big thing is that Shaqiri, he just doesn't seem comfortable sitting in the center of the park. I'd rather see Jairo Torres when he comes. When Jairo Torres shows up, I'd rather have him in the center and then move Shaqiri out wide. I actually did a bit of research and found out that, Jairo Torres has been playing centrally for Atlas for the longest for the past 2 years. He only plays out on the wing like once in a while. So if we want to use Jairo Torres correctly, you put him in the center and you put Shaqiri out wide. If you want to use Shaqiri correctly, you put him out wide. So yeah, whatever. That's the stuff for lineups. Notable missing for Orlando is Jansen. I have my... Hold on. I got my official card that I bring home every game. Robin Jansen, who had to miss this game because he got sent off for a second yellow in the first game of the season. It was Romo Kyoto punched him in the chest, but he didn't punch him that hard, and Jansen went down like he was shot. And then he gets a yellow card for essentially faking what was already a red card. And then he gets another yellow for just casually taking a man down in the center of the pitch. And he was very confused about where that first yellow card came from. Obviously, it came from you flopping, you asshole. Yeah, I guess I have other notes on the card, but I don't have anything that's going to be like specific. I know that there's the Junior Urso goal, but I'll get to that in a bit. Let's pull up the telestrator and just see what we got here. We have audio. We don't want audio. Well, it's going. I'm going to pull out and just try to scroll through then. Okay, down in the corner. There's something going on there. Are they saying that something happened here? What is this? Seriously, what is this? They skipped to this. Are they saying that that was a chance? That's stupid. They skipped from 9 seconds to 27 seconds for that. There's a lot of stuff that I have not seen yet in this game, so yeah, what is going on here? Yep, okay, yeah, we're seeing some of the stuff here from Navarro here. You got Navarro here. I mean, I don't even need to break out the pen for this. He just gives it away. That's not a good thing. I mean, the difference between, like, Navarro has a lot going forward with, like, crossing the ball in and, like, have the movements, getting in behind the defense as, like, a marauding fullback, attacking wingback, whatever you want to call it. He has a lot of those attacking abilities, but if he can't control the ball, I'd rather have Bornstein, who he doesn't quite have all of that anymore, but at the very least, he's not going to give the ball away in a stupid way. I'd rather have Bornstein out there at that specific period of time. And I mean, honestly, I don't know why Bornstein isn't playing at the moment. I'd also rather have Charlie Ostrom, who is going to be playing with the Fire 2 team. I hope that there's going to be a few players on that Fire 2 team that are going to make a case for them getting brought up, because I think that, you know, there's quite a few good players down there. I mean, obviously Chris Brady, but he's not going to get a chance to go up. Misal Rodriguez, who is coming up from the academy and has had a lot of people say good things about him. Then there's Dre, who, I don't know, was Dre even on the bench? Did Dre make the bench? Dre did not make the bench. Okay. Then there's, oh god, what is it? I just said his name, Charlie Ostrom, who's a left back, and he came from Washington. And honestly, I think he's a better defender, or at least a better player than the other guy that we got in the first round, Richie Burks. Not Richie Burks. I don't want to talk about Richie Burks. It's something Burks. I know his name starts with an R too. Should I pull that up too? I'm just gonna check this really quick. What is? Oh, it's not even an R. It starts with a K. It's Kendall Burks, I think it is. That I'm confused. I'm constantly confused. But yeah, that's just not a good play there, bud. Yeah. So here's the thing. You got Gaston. Gaston makes a run over. and takes the ball away. We're going to see a few other things from Gaston, but they gave Gaston a 7.7 on his performance, and I'm not certain about that one. I have my breakfast tea because I'm doing this in the morning. I think this is another shot where, yeah, we got Gaston again. Okay, no. So you remember last week when Gaston was like right on the edge of the box and then just made a terrible shot? He's going to try doing that again multiple times in this game. I don't know if this specific highlight reel has that, but he needs to stop. If he doesn't have this sort of accuracy to make those big shots, I'd rather he not. I would rather he not. Okay, yep, there it is. And there's the first foul. We don't need to see it. That's pretty clear. That one's pretty clear. Oh yeah, I had some of the Heineken Zero alcohol at the game. It tasted like actual Heineken, which I don't know if you want that. Moving on. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. It's the 14th minute. Yep. They gave that a chance. So, I think the other thing that I want to bring in here, let me just send this over. Let me just open this up. So, this was the XG from that game. This is pitiful for both teams. 0.6 against 0.2. That's terrible. I don't know what else you could say about that. It is bad. And, oh man, the only thing in the first half is the yellow card. And you can see the possession numbers. Okay, so here's something else that I'm going to mention, which is, I think we're to that point of the game. Yeah, around the 15th, 20th minute. I looked up at the big board, and they've got, like, the live stats up there. The Fire had 70% possession around, like, the 20th, 30th minute. And they'd done nothing with it. I hadn't seen any sort of dangerous play from them. And that's bad that you've got so much possession and you're not doing anything with it. I mean, there's the old saying that possession without insertion is just masturbation. You know, you got to do something with the ball if you've got that much of the ball. And here's a corner kick, and it goes out. And here comes Gaston. Oh no, this time it's Ivanov. Let's see how he does. Oh, okay. That was something. Let's just check this again. It was an actual save. Wow, he forced the guy to do something. Except it went directly at him. It went directly at him. I guess he tried. You tried. You get a gold star, bud. You get a gold star, Ivanov. Yep, you got him just waiting out there. That's what I said that last week. You always want a guy just waiting out there, seeing when the ball is going to drop, because if the ball drops, it's usually going to drop this way and not that way. It's a bit of a tough angle. And so that's the thing, like, Ivanov keeps getting chances with, like, really tough angles, and I guess you can, like, you don't necessarily have to blame him for not hitting a goal from this specific shot. This is pretty difficult. But at the same time, you're a professional. We kind of need you to make that shot. Yeah, it went straight to him. Straight to him. And okay, 23rd minute. All right. What are you doing there? Okay, let's just see what his options were. We're gonna finally break out the actual pen here and just check what his options were here, because that's Gaston. And as you heard me saying earlier, Gaston technically had a good game, but I don't think he did. So we're gonna just check now. Where's the pen? There's the pen. So here we go. Gaston gets around him. Okay. Does he have options here? Technically, it has an option here down to Fabian, but I don't think that he's got too many options now. Let's go here. He's trying for a shot from right here. Okay. You move the ball forward. Just a bit. Just a bit. You move the ball forward. And you've got him. He is coming in. He's not paying attention to his man right here. Fabian can take out wide. You can make that pass. Or at least, I guess he'd be over here now. You can make that pass this way. And suddenly, you've got something going here. Instead, what we're seeing now is Gaston just takes the shot. He just takes the shot. Why? Why are you taking a shot? It doesn't even get close. Like, it runs out of steam. Okay. It's blocked. It's blocked. That's still a stupid decision. He is getting converged upon. But you see, Fabian is about to break free. If you notice this, you can make a pass. That's just dumb. I don't like that. Let me just squeeze this in here in case this is something I want to watch. Is this an actual chance? Nope. Okay, yep, there's Gaston again. There's Gaston again. This is the one that I was thinking of. Look at this. Look at this. It is Chad Barrett right here. Dear God. That's gone. It's gone away. I mean, that's the right decision, but a terrible execution. He's got the space, obviously. He's got... It's bouncing, so yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult, but honestly, he might even have a chance to take, like, a quick touch. And if he has to take a quick touch and then these guys converge, I mean, whoever this is needs to move this way. I don't have my pen out, so it's not smooth, but, like, whoever it is over here needs to come this way. If he takes a touch, he comes this way and laid off. And it continues the play at the very least, instead of just, woo! That's not good. Here's another play. Nothing much happens from here. Maybe that's why we had such a low XG, because it was Gaston who kept getting those chances and just skying it. Now here's a good opportunity, but there's nothing much going on. Like, there's not even enough for me to break out the pen for this. Like, it's... like, it's just not worth it. And then he got another Navarro giveaway. Gives Orlando a quick option. I mean, that's the thing. You got Wyatt. Wyatt is doing his job. He's doing his job right here. I think Wyatt had a great game. And now we're already to the second half. I know the second half had a whole lot more happening. This actually cut out. There's a 30th minute offside call. I remember that because I was walking down to Section 8. And I heard Miola talk about the opposite of what he normally talks about, which is that technically they didn't let it play through the offside call. Like, the assistant ref put up his flag early, and I mean, I checked it. Yeah, it was offside, but you know, they could have let it play through, especially with the way that it was. It was a bit close, so What is going on here? Yep, nothing's going on. That's what's happening. This is a nicest play. You got to give and go to Gaston, and then Gaston just rips it. What is your options here, bud? Let's check your options here again. What is your options? You could give it back to Shaqiri, who's cutting in, and that is what he does. This is what Shaqiri does. I mean, and he probably have a good chance of breaking free. You also have over here, I think that's Shabishko going through. The issue is this guy, and I think he's covered to this spot, so it'd be pretty hard, especially this guy too. He can also be cutting in. He'd also be cutting in this way too if you pass it to Shaqiri. But I mean, that's 2-on-1 versus 1-on-1 over here. Or you could try to lob it over, get it over here. You do still have this guy, but depending on who that is up there, I think that might be fine. Cool. My eraser is small. Let's just clear this all off and see what he does. And yep, he just shoots the ball. A terrible shot too. And this guy was frozen in place. Technically, that's on goal. Technically. And they got Gaston over the ball here. It's going to be Shaqiri who takes it, I remember that. But, like, they got Gaston over the ball. And this isn't going to do much. I remember this one. Right into the wall. And just a tough touch. I don't know why they saved that. I don't know why they saved that as a highlight. And there's... okay, so here's another... I like Goody. He's a young player. He's building. And he looked good last season. He just hasn't looked the same since his injury. And I don't think that it's because of him specifically. I think it's because teams were a bit scared by him, I guess. And they didn't quite know what exactly to do about him because they didn't have too much film on him. And then when he came back, they had the film from the times that he'd made it onto the pitch. And they can deal with him better. So, I mean, you know the whole thing about, like, you know, it's the idea of, like, the sophomore slump of just you have ways of handling this player now. And I don't think Goody's been that good this season. My tea was getting cold, so I needed to finish it. But I don't think Goody's been that good this season. And that's kind of unfortunate because I'd rather see Goody and Duran starting than Herbers and Ivanov. But at this point, it might have to be, you know, I think Goody might still just be best coming off the bench. Which is unfortunate because I like him. I like the kid. And... yep, nothing happening there. And I don't know why that wasn't a foul. Wait, let's just go back to this. What? That's a yellow card, man. That was Wyatt going in on that one. It's a late tackle. That's a yellow card, and he did not get it. I did not have a yellow card listed for him. Okay, you got away with one, Wyatt. Good job, bud. And as they did with last week, you know, the team just started, like, letting the game go. As I said, they had 70 possession early in the game. Then it dropped down to about, like, a little under 60% possession at halftime. And by the end of the game, I think I have it pulled up here. By the end of the game, it was 52. Like, this is... if they're going to have a hot start, I'm okay with having a hot start and letting it, like, fizzle out a bit. But if you're going to have a hot start, you need to get something out of that hot start. You need to get goals. And they didn't do anything with that. They just sort of held on to the ball and didn't do much. And that's like the incredibly concerning thing, that they just haven't been able to do much. And just, Gaga pulling it in. As with last week as well, Gaga doesn't have to do anything the entire game until about like the 70th minute, at which point he is bombarded. In fact, let me just check this. So I think the goal that was called off was in the 73rd minute. I scratched it from my card, but I think I could still see in the back of it, it's 73rd minute. Hey, they gave a yellow card for that? What happened here? Okay, they didn't give White a yellow card, but they gave Navarro a yellow card for that. This is stupid. This ref sucks. And you can't say that I'm being biased here, because I just said that Wyatt got away with one that he should have gotten a yellow card, and now Navarro is getting a yellow card for something that does not look like a foul at all. That's stupid. Okay, here's the goal. Goal. This is a scoreless draw, remember? Let me... Oh, holding pen the wrong way. There we go. Pen. Let's pull this up. Okay. The thing about this is that it takes a deflection. So we got header, pops up. I want you to... You know what? I'm actually going to... The moment he gets into this position, I'm going to draw a circle around Gaston, and he will not leave that circle. Whoop. Okay, you know what? Let me zoom out of my thing real quick. Just the only thing that's going to move is the camera, pretty much. So, Gaston, he is in the circle. Camera moved a bit, but he didn't. Gaston did not move that entire sequence. So we're going to see here. So the handball is apparently called somewhere over here. I don't know where exactly. But they called a handball, and the build-up, it's a goal, blah, blah, blah. There's not much that any of these players can do about it, except for Gaston, who, could have moved. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you've got... I think that's Pineda over here. Yeah, I think it's Pineda, who's covering for him. Like, Gaston does not move, and Pineda is doing all the things that Gaston should be doing. If Gaston is doing what he should be doing, then that allows Pineda to come back and cover this guy, who's waiting exactly where I always say, the DiBernardo's office. This guy's waiting there. And if Gaston does his job, tracks this over here, then that means that Pineda is free to cover this guy, who I believe is... Oh, yeah, that's Junior Rousseau. I was about to say Nani because I saw the bleached hair, but yeah, it's Junior Rousseau, because obviously I know that because they said that he scored. And he does his celebration, blah, blah, blah. And this all happens. And then they go to VAR, which I was very confused by. I was in Section 8, and I saw the goal. It's like, yep, looks like it took a deflection, whatever. I guess we're losing this game because we had nothing going forward. But they went to VAR. And they're calling that... Oh, they're calling that the handball. Okay. I was hoping that they'd have a different angle. I saw a different angle on Twitter that I feel like I could pull up. But we're not going to. So yeah, but you kind of get what I'm saying here with... Gaston doesn't move at all. This could have been prevented if he moves. Just like do anything, really, bro. And then we're gonna have. I know that there's one other major Orlando chance that's coming in soon. Who is he booking here? Like, I understand you could book someone on that. I guess he's going for the Orlando player? Who? Who was that? It's the 79th minute. I don't have anything written down for that. He booked Duran on that. What? Huh. Okay. That is stupid. He went under. I guess like he had an elbow up, like at least, but like this guy shoved his face into it. That's stupid. That's the problem with having a live with having this, and it's only going to show the live action, not the replay. Because I would like to see a replay of that so it goes further in, because that does not look like a foul. What? Oh, okay, yes. Here, that's the yellow card. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, they're going to have a replay of that. They clear the ball here. Just pausing to check the shape. Yeah, it looks fine. This guy's completely unmarked though, so that's a bit of a problem. Why? Why did they show this? Oh wait, did they think that this was doing anything? That one's not doing anything at all. I guess, like, you know, yeah, you want to have something. Something has gone wrong with my Illustrator and I need to fix it. There we go. I guess, like, you want to have, like, a lot of highlights, but if there's no highlights, then it's very hard to do that. I believe there was a chance late in the game for Orlando that I want to point out. Sure, Duran, go for it, bud. We've seen him actually do pretty well in those. That's the difference. Like, the thing is that the moment that Gaston came to the team, I believe he was taking some, like, massive rips from out here and getting kind of close. I know Madran actually scored on a few from way out here, but I don't know. Like, I don't think that should be, like, your go-to route. I think that you should be looking to pass the ball to people who can do things with it, like this guy right here. Okay, yeah, this is one. I'm somewhere over there. If he hits that harder with, like, some actual juice on it to a corner, I don't think Galassi can get to that. That's just a blooper. He's adding it to Galassi. That was a disappointing thing, and, like, I'm looking straight at Goody's face, like, it's just like, why? How could you do that, bud? I mean, that's the thing, like, it's what we're going to be seeing this entire season until maybe Jairo Torres comes in, or, you know, people actually start showing up in games. But Shaqiri is doing all this himself. He's screaming for Sekulic to give him the ball, and he puts in this amazing cross for Goody. And then, you know, how they repay him is just this blooper. Like, they gotta do something more here. The entire team has got to do something more. They gave someone a yellow card for some reason. I don't know why anymore. I think that this is the play. Another Header from Goody. Wait a second. Wait, was this one? No, this one was Shabishko. Yeah. This is the one that I was thinking of that was Goody, where it actually did have some sauce on it. So yeah, it was Shabishko who had the weak header, and Goody's the one here. Harder, and that one can make it in. It's just this, it's the same exact situation for Shaq. And then Pedro Gallesi just taking way too long on the goal kick, wasting time. Another yellow card. They're not going to show it? It was like the save of the match. They're not going to show the save of the match? So there was a breakaway situation. And, I mean, I'm at least going to... They're not going to be where they're supposed to be. There's a breakaway situation where Orlando just got in behind, and it was one-on-one with Gaga. It looked like it was going to be a goal, but Gaga got to it. He saved it. He made the one-on-one situation and saved the entire game. Like, we got a very good goalkeeper, and that is very good to see. But, man, that attack is nothing. The attack is nothing. I don't know what else they can do here. But the thing, I'm trying to figure out why did they say Gaston was man of the match here? He made how many so he made 79 passes, or at least 79% passes. Total passes 43. 34 accurate passes, whatever that means. And he, of course, got Shaqiri with 4 key passes. Let me try this. Tackles? So he made 5 tackles. Yeah, 5 successful tackles. A clearance. 83% success on tackles. 3 interceptions. He got dribbled once. I just don't know what they want out of that. He didn't have a good game. Like, you saw that. He didn't move when he was supposed to. Like, it goes back to this whole thing of, like, the sabermetrics type thing of, like, well, he's good because he gets on base. But the thing is that when you're in key, you can't, like, bring up sabermetric type stuff in a game like soccer where it's very fluid and it is moment to moment and not just, like, individual one-on-one battles. Baseball is a series of individual battles. With this, it is a group effort. It is moment to moment. You need to be doing something right each time. You cannot bring too many sabermetrics into this. And so in key moments, he didn't show up. That was the same thing I said about Ivanov last week. About Gaston, in key moments, he doesn't show up. In specific moments, he is a detriment to the team. So I don't know how you can justify giving him a DP salary this year. I hope that we sell him in the middle of the season so we can get in a better midfielder, because that's the other thing. This team has no connection between the defense and the attack. I saw this with the Red Stars last season. I think I said this last week as well. I saw this with the Red Stars last season where there is no connection between here and up here. This spot is just, I don't know what's going on here. Pineda, I haven't seen much from him. I saw some people saying he had a good game. This is the weird thing. I saw people saying Gaston had a bad game and Pineda had a good game. And then, you look at this and then it says Gaston had a good game and Pineda had a bad game. I don't think either of them had a good game, because if they did have a good game, then we'd have more chances. Then we'd have had the ball up here more. We'd have the ball. Let's go to the heat map and just see. Look at this. If they had good games, then we would have a whole lot more going on up here. That's just annoying. Let me just find this. Yeah. Gaston's touches were all back here. Whatever. Navarro had the ball a lot, apparently. Let me just check. Oh, here's a big thing. Shabishko is not playing in the attack. Most of his touches are in midfield. He is not playing the attack. He's supposed to be our striker. What is he doing back here? That's the thing that we had last year with Beric. Beric coming way too far back. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I mean, who is effectively supposed to be playing as our striker here? I mean, effectively nobody is a striker on this team. We don't have... just for comparison, let me pull up... Pato is playing a striker. See? He's up there. He's up there. That is where he's playing. This is what a striker should be. And this is what the Fire have. That is concerning. I would rather have Duran. And even Duran... Look. Duran is more up. I mean, he's supposed to be playing on the wing. And he's playing a bit further up on that wing area. I don't understand what Shabishko's trying to do here. I honestly, that's the big thing that I don't think that there's a few players on this team that I don't think should be starting next week, just so that we can try to get a different look. Yes, I know we haven't given up a goal yet this season, but we also haven't scored a goal this season. And we've played against two of the worst teams in the league. And we're about to finally go up against DC United, who are actually a pretty solid team this year. I know I've got the joke is that I'm a closet DC United fan, but DC is actually pretty good this year. And I don't trust... I mean, yeah, DC has... They've got how many goals? They've got 4 goals already, and they have not given up a single goal. I do not trust... Oh, God. Well, they played against two of the worst... They actually did play against two of the worst teams in the league and won both times. I just don't trust this Fire team to do anything. And that is a huge concern. Let me just see... How much... What's the Fire's players XG? And let me just see... Overall team XG. They got 0.6 this game. No, shut up. And they got 1.5 last game. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I also don't like this, but we can do that some other time. Goody has the highest XG per minute. Okay, Shabishko has the highest XG. Probably because of one of those major chances. And then you got Ivanov, and then you got Goody, Gaston, Herbers. That's the thing. Let's just compare XG to total shots. I think we can do that down here. So XG compared to total shots. Goody has 1 shot and he has 0.2 XG. Gaston has 4 shots and 0.2 XG. That just shows the quality of shots he's taking. That's the thing. Like, I know I said something about like sabermetrics doesn't work in soccer, but at the very least, it helps you measure things. It doesn't help you predict things. It helps you measure things. And when you look at the measurements of how Gaston's been playing, he's got 4 shots, 1 on goal, and it's a 0.2 XG. You got a guy with 1 shot, wasn't even on goal, and it's 0.2 XG. The exact same as Gaston. That shows that Gaston is not doing anything with his shots. That's when you'd have to tell the player, stop shooting. You don't need to shoot. Try passing the ball. Try getting it to somebody who could do something with it. And we're not seeing that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Shaqiri is doing so much. He's got 0.9 XA. Which is just the assist version of XG. He's got 0.9 XA. Sekulic has 0.6 XA. This is just incredibly disappointing for a team that looked like it was going to be doing something. I want to see better wingers. That's the big thing, because we've got Ivanov isn't doing anything, and Herbers. I don't trust Herbers really to be a winger. That's the thing. Like, he can play there, and it's not like, you know, playing him at central midfield or like at a holding midfield position where he absolutely cannot play there. But at the same time, all he does is run. You want to put him in a position where all he's going to do is run. And right now, he's not running either. So what do we got here, bud? What do we got here? And Gaga has had a wonderful season so far. I think he's done great. Let me just check compare him with the rest of the league goalkeeping. Let me just. I think it's there. We go. Post shot expected goals minus goals allowed. He's doing pretty well in terms of that. He hasn't given up a goal, but he's also. It hasn't done anything yet for the other stuff. Okay. Yeah, and just that's the thing. Fire need to score goals. That's all they need to do right now, and they're not doing it. I am concerned, obviously, about what's going on, but there's nothing much that we can really see them doing because, I mean, who do they have to bring in? I mean, Misail, I guess. It's just this specific thing I'm seeing here about the comparison between Shibishko, who is our striker, versus Pato, who is playing as their striker. And you see how far back Shibishko is and how far forward Pato is. That is the difference here. And they have pretty even touches. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is it. I'm done. I need to go. I'm not going to describe what I'm about to do, but I've got other things I got to do today, and yeah, the Fire need to get better in terms of striking, in terms of attacking. I don't know what they can do, but I really hope we don't see the same lineup next week against DC. That's it. Did I say something? Did I say something funny last week? I don't remember. Whatever. Bye.